everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing my series on ADHD systems, and I'm going to touch on a few random spots throughout the house where you can easily create systems without needing too much to do so. A lot of you guys have requested a few things, so I'm going to show those today, and then I will make an in-depth video of the very specific ones that maybe need a little bit more attention. But for today's video, we're only going to touch on small random spots of the house where we can implement some things that will just make everything so much easier when it comes to our everyday stuff. So, hi, welcome. My name is Yessie, and I make videos helping people how to deal with their home while dealing with depression, anxiety, and ADHD. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my home, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so the first one seems a little bit easy, but you want to make sure that your shoes are easily accessible. I know sometimes you're tempted to put them in closets or in the garage. I like to have them literally by the door, and if you're worried about the way they're going to look, put a few things there. I have some plants, I have a little mat just to kind of keep the dirt down, but this will just help you always have them handy. You can also have a basket there, just have them nearby. The same thing applies for your bags or your coats, your jackets. You just want to make sure that there is a landing zone near the exits. I know closets can be tempting too, but if you're the type of person like me that forgets what's in the closet, then just have hooks outside that lead to the exit or the entrance. Then we have a catch-all basket. Preferably, you're going to have this in the same area where you're coming in and out, or just simply pretty much somewhere in front of you. I have this by the living room because when I walk in, I go straight to the living room. I have my keys, I have my glasses, I have things that I need immediately when I'm leaving. And this could be a basket, a bowl, whatever it is that you want to have, just don't overfill it and keep it with things that you absolutely need to have on the go, typically your keys. And as you guys have seen in my previous video, a mail system, something that's very straightforward, that isn't going to take too much time. If you're interested, I'll have the link below for you guys to go check it out. I was more in depth there in that video. Another section that you're going to want to have is a supplements bin. I love using the fridge see-through ones because it actually fits quite a lot, and it's not just my supplements. It's going to be my husband's supplements, my kids' supplements, just things that I need to have and remember to take on the daily. This can also be for prescriptions, but if you have children around the house, I would urge you to maybe make one that is not easily accessible. If it's just adults or yourself, by all means have your prescriptions there. I like to put mine either by the stove, or if you feel confident enough or you have a very specific section for like your first aid, then have it in that section as well. In the past, I used to have just a basket for myself, but recently my husband and I had agreed on a system. We've been building on systems throughout this entire month, and our system contains of making this whole section our medicine section. And this leads to my next thing. Make sure that everything's labeled as obvious as possible. I have labels for stomach medicine, headache medicine, flu medicine, kids medicine. It just makes it so much easier for me to know where things are going to be. Moving away from that, we're going to have either a coffee station, a coffee bar, or a tea station. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will wake up and want a cup of joe or some tea. You want to make sure that everything makes sense when it comes to placement. I've been fortunate enough to have this little coffee section, so I've placed everything that I typically need for both my husband and I's coffee needs, as well as having the cups nearby or the mugs, the spoons. I thought about having the sugar there, but the kids can access that area, and I don't know that I'm thrilled about that. So just make sure that it makes sense to you and your family needs. Another section that I recommend is a command center. Now, some people go all out and typically it'll have like their mail, it'll have like notifications. My family's not there yet, but we do like to know what's going on in each other's lives, especially with school and everything like that. So I got these acrylic, it was a bundle of calendars, weekly, daily, and monthly from Amazon. And I put it on the fridge because that is pretty much in front of everyone's face. So this is how I communicate with my husband, and he knows what's going on. When it comes to baskets, please make sure that you are labeling everything. It is nice to utilize baskets and they can help you, but it won't help you if they're not labeled. I found these little tabs that will go over any basket where you can't just tape a label. So I find these to be really helpful. They came in a pack of 40 and they're amazing. As for laundry, put things where they make sense. In the past, I would have these glass containers everywhere, and there were somewhere like that were kind of like on the opposite end. I just now have the detergent bottle right there. Place it right where I'm going to use it. I don't move it unless I'm out, and it just makes sense to have everything there. Same things with all of my tools. They're out in front of me. I utilize walls a lot for all that storage. Now for clothing, I have a very short one, and this is going to be for socks. This can apply to your kids as well. Buy socks that are similar. Don't buy the fancy design ones. Don't buy all these other ones. Buy like the Hanes packs, because guess what? You don't have to go hunting for the pair. You just toss it in the drawer and that's it. And those are my very short tips. I hope you guys enjoy them, and until next time, bye.